gentlemen. My name is Leah Hook, and I am a percussionist. I would also like to give acknowledgement to Mrs. McCandless for gifting us new instruments for the band this year. Our first song is called Coldwater Creek, arranged by Robert Sheldon and composed in 1996. Coldwater Creek has a very beautiful melody played by the clarinets. It also has percussion solos. Please enjoy this performance, and thank you for joining us on this beautiful evening.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending our concert this evening. My name is Jillian Watanabe, and I play the clarinet. Before we continue, I'd like to give a special thanks to Miss McCandless for providing new instruments for our band this year. Now, continuing on, for our second song of the night will be Illusions, made by Michael Orr. An illusion is commonly defined as something that deceives the viewer's vision. In this case, illusions was created to deceive the viewer's ears and give off mysterious illusions in your ears. This song includes a mysterious fantasy-like vibe that makes you feel like you're in a fairy tale. With that, I hope you enjoy our performance and enjoy your evening to its fullest.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vincent Filano, and I play the bass clarinet. Our next song that we will be playing is called Irish Tune from County Derry, commonly called Danny Boy. Is much loved by the Irish people the world over and claimed by many as the Irish national folk song. The melody is very lyrical, and the most popular lyric song with this melody is Oh Danny Boy. Please sit back and enjoy our performance for you. Mahalo.
Thank you for joining us on behalf of Maui Waena Band. My name is Devon J, and I play the euphonium and bassoon. Our next song is called Celtic Air and Dance, arranged by Michael Sweeney. This song involves rich and traditional touches such as a calm flute and percussion melodies, followed by a fairy love song in which the brass takes the stage. Please enjoy our performance, and mahalo for joining us this evening.
Greetings and a good evening to you all. My name is Kainoa and I play the tenor saxophone. Dixieland, an early type of jazz, was established in New Orleans beginning in the early 20th century. This following song is a highly energetic combination of traditional Dixieland hits featuring soloists from the trumpet, clarinet, and trombone section. This song begins with Down by the Riverside and concludes with When the Saints Go Marching In. We hope you appreciate Dixieland Salute, arranged by Andrew Ballard.
Good evening, everyone, and esteemed guests of the 2023 Aloha Concert MAC performance. I am Jake Haake, and I play the tuba. Since I mentioned my instrument, I might as well say and show my thanks to Miss McCandless and Maui Waena Intermediate School's outstanding principal for giving the band the proper money to afford these new instruments. Anyways, with that out of the way, we are the Maui Waena Band, 8th grade symphonic band. We will be playing 7 songs total today as our last huge performance. These songs range from graceful and elegant to playful and exciting. Not to also mention some of our bold and iconic pieces. This performance could have not been possible without, once again, the wonderful Maui Waena Intermediate School staff team, band boosters, chaperones, and other awesome people. Thank you everyone for showing up tonight. Without further ado, let's get the show started. Enjoy.
My bad. Hello, I am Raiden and I play the alto saxophone. And this is the March of Buccaneers. March of Buccaneers is a European style march. It's ushered in a quiet percussion feature, followed by the sounds of a first string flute/piccolo duet and a beautiful low registered clarinet bass trio.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I play the clarinet. Our second song for this evening is Bloom by Kate Nishimura. Bloom is like a flower. We start off soft and small, then we start up to bloom. The band full beautiful sound blossom by the end. The woodwind's beautiful melody stands out the most while the nice brass adds energy. Well, I hope you enjoy this beautiful melody. Thank you.
And I play the tuba. Next up is Frogs by Randall D. Standridge, adding a touch of whimsy and joy, combining many grandeurs with quirky percussion and accessible rhythm, starting with a nice low brass intro, then leaps into a storm of woodwinds, making this a perfect and well-balanced piece of music.
I am Izzy and I play the trumpet, and this is Fragile by Randall D. Standridge. This mature work for young ensembles is a meditation on the lives of those who live with mental health conditions. At times, terrifying, triumphant, and confused, beautiful melodies, limited ranges, colorful scoring, and a moment to create a stunning work that will leave an impact on players and audiences alike.
cornet. From the 20th century movie Star Wars, here are some highlights of it that we will be playing tonight, including Imperial March, Cantina Band, and Star Wars main theme.
Hello, my name is Kimor Sitar, and I play the euphonium. And this is Rock of a Tree by Michael Sweet. Drawing inspiration from American poet Maya inspirational poem On the Plus of Morning, this unique work for the band offers challenges and rewards for young players. Using the imagery of rock, a river, a tree, challenges us all to work for unity and peace. The music ranges from an energetic percussion plus rock that utilize plastic buckets played throughout the ensemble, to a flowing theme river that's heard near the beginning and again at the end. Throughout the piece grows and tree as various musical elements are combined in very dramatic music with important cross-curricular opportunities.
Hello, my name is Jyoti, and I play the flute. This song is a representation of our alma mater. This brings out our honor, truth, and pride within our band and our school as a whole. Within this journey of our band career, we are in a quest to be our best, and we keep it on our sight, and we will always continue to keep it in our sight. It is a tradition that everyone stands for the playing and singing of the alma mater. The words are in the program. This is the Maui Waena alma mater. Thank you very much for listening to us play tonight. Good night, everyone. Thank you.